Well, that's one way to have a March 1st, isn't it? So yeah, yesterday went about as well as I could have hoped for. In fact, my only low was, believe it or not, the outcome of last night's episode of The Masked Singer. Yeah, I got something to say about that. But everything else is great. I mean, The Masked Singer, I still had fun watching The Masked Singer. That's part of my high. Another part of my high, you got myself Rita's. No, get this. Not only did I have Rita's yesterday, but last night for dinner, my mom made tacos and cornbread. Yes. Tacos and cornbread. It's awesome. Love that. Love making tacos and cornbread. Especially ever since, I've really been listening to Lou Burger a lot lately. So, whenever, I know I'm about to have tacos, I find a way to listen to White People Taco Night. No? No one? No one knows about White People Taco Night? I'll have to show you the glory that is Lou Burger someday. But I will continue on. My act of kindness was, it was weird. Yesterday my mom clearly brought in, the big green garbage bin that they used for garbage. Yesterday was garbage day. But she didn't bring in the recycle bin. So I had to do it. Not that I minded doing it or anything. Just, you clearly have the time to do the big green garbage can. A recycle bin really is that much more effort? I don't know. But another thing I did was, before I went to Rita, she asked me to get her a small Swedish fish gelati with vanilla custard. That is Rita's. See, for those of you who don't know, if you ever go to Rita's, they have something called gelatis, where it's it's like a layer of custard on the bottom, and a bunch of the Italian ice, and they put a layer of custard on top. And it does look really good. Personally, I've never really listen, I'm there for the Italian ice. It's literally in the slogan of the store. Ice, custard, and happiness. Ice comes first. Therefore I am there for ice. But yeah, yesterday was a really great day, and let's talk about The Masked Singer, because okay. Well, first, happy Thursday, everyone. I was watching it with my mom last night, right? And here's the thing. Medusa sounded absolutely phenomenal, as she has been for the last couple weeks, doing a New York by Frank Sinatra, which makes sense. It was New York night. But I gotta say, one of the biggest missed opportunities ever, is the fact that it's New York night, and you couldn't get New York by Alicia Keys. Seriously? How? That's literally the equivalent of having a movie called Edge of 17 and you don't have the song Edge of 17 in the soundtrack. Yes, I made that reference on purpose. The point is, Medusa sounded great, but especially to my mom, Polar Bear and California Roll sounded horrible. The Polar Bear clearly was the weaker of the two singers I just mentioned, and it made sense because the person underneath the mask isn't really known for singing per se. But it's actually a rather significant person underneath the Polar Bear mask because it was Grandmaster Flash. For those of you who are too young to know who Grandmaster Flash is, he was the DJ and rapper who came up with the idea to look at a record player Because the way a record player works is, the record turns around and there's like a needle on the turntable that like is placed on a certain part of where the record is, and that plays the song. Grandmaster Flash had the idea of like just simply pressing his hand down essentially on the record and bring it back and made that iconic like rip sound. Basically, he was the world's first scratcher. I mean, it sounds really simple on paper. So simple as you ask yourself, why didn't anyone really think of doing it first? Well, I personally have a theory that, if you don't know what a record looks like, they're long, thin, black discs. And they are very, very, very fragile. Would you really want to... and keep in mind, a record nowadays, like a real, legit record of that caliber, it's going to set you back probably about like $100. You really want to waste that money on that? I mean, people were making records all the time back then, so it made sense where you want to do it now, but still, records are, they promote music, but so why would anyone think to, do the whole scratching? But it worked. Grandmaster Flash became a legit icon. In fact, after he was eliminated, he scratched a lot of Good Times by Chic as his encore performance, which that was pretty dope. That was really dope. So now let's get on to the other singer, or should I say singers, because there were 5 of them. The California Roll did Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. Seriously, okay, listen, I'm just gonna call right now, that is so Pentatonics as the California Roll. That is. No band of 5 that consists of both male and female singers harmonizes like that nowadays. At least not a famous one like Pentatonics. And it's not that they sounded bad, but I wasn't impressed. Don't get me wrong, I like Pentatonics. They're okay. But something about them that he sounded off, which bothered me even more when during the Battle Royale, when both the California Roll and Medusa did Uptown Girl by Billy Joel, which now I want to see the movie Trainwreck again. California Roll won. They usurped the crown from Medusa. I couldn't believe my eyes. And my ears. But it is a good thing that this season they came up with the Ding Dong Keep It On bell, because they rang the bell and Medusa stays. Yeah, Medusa is still in the competition and will be able to sing another day. Although, as happy as I am for Medusa that she's staying, if I'm her, I would use this information and be like, okay, listen, California Roll took the crown away from me. You better believe I'm going to get it back. If I'm Medusa, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So, for better for worse, congratulations, Pentatonics. I mean California Roll. Come on. Who isn't thinking that's Pentatonics? I mean, yeah, Ken thought it was the cast of High School Musical. And, I forget what the other band was. But that is so Pentatonics. If that is not Pentatonics, I'll be stunned. Plus, the one thing I can say about California Roll that's remotely interesting to me is there's supposed to be a California Roll, but like, have you ever actually eaten a California Roll? like basically they roll it up into a thing of nori seaweed with rice and everything, and it's supposed to be like completely uniform. First of all the pieces of the California roll are not uniform, but they rearranged all the pieces of food that you would see in the California roll to make it look like faces, which is kind of interesting. I mean, no one's under. It's probably coming across this was a bad episode of Masked Singer. I don't think it was a bad episode at all. But I'm not entirely sure if I'm liking the outcome. Sorry. Yeah. That's another part of my low, too. I'm actually still I'm coughing a little bit still. Overall, I feel better, but all throughout the day, no matter how, sometimes fluid, just shows up and, I cough it out. That's literally been me, the last couple of days. Now, before anyone says anything, yes, I'm still on an antibiotic. In fact, today is my final day of taking antibiotic. But I thought I'd be over this part by now. I mean, it's working. I mean, remember the other day when I was waking up every morning feeling incredibly sick with a headache and stuff? This is much better compared to what it was before. I just don't have to worry about coughing again. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe this last day will be what brings it on home when it comes to feeling better. Gosh, I hope I do feel better. I'd love to feel better by day 1900, which should be less than 2 weeks from now. Yeah. We've almost made it through 100 days. Crazy, right? But man, it went by fast. It went by real fast. I mean, well, you know what? Now's not the time to reflect on that. I'll be able to reflect on that in the coming days. Specifically on day 1900, when we do the State of My Being address. So, yeah. Yesterday was a pretty great day overall. Me, Masked Singer, got myself some Ritas, and my mom made tacos and cornbread. Tacos. Yeah. It was a pretty solid day. And I'm really glad yesterday was pretty solid because my mom straight up warns, last night, that tonight I'm going to be on my own for dinner. Well, here's the thing. The last couple of times, as I mentioned this before, but every Tuesday and Thursday, yes, today is Thursday, my mom watches my nephews, and she watches them, all day. And after she's done, she's spent. She don't want to do anything. I don't think I would blame her either. Although, good Lord, I just realized what's going to happen on my birthday. Yeah, my birthday this year is actually going to be on a Thursday. Which would be a pretty sweet way to kick off a weekend. Although, I'm a bit sad too because, my birthday this year is going to be on Thursday, right? But next year is 2024. And that means it's going to be a leap year day. A leap year. So, I'm not going to be able to have my birthday on a Friday. My birthday is going to be on Saturday. That's going to be pretty cool. But not a Friday. I don't know, just a friend of mine a while ago had a birthday on a Friday, and she was able to celebrate with all her girlfriends, which is awesome for her. And I told her, I hope you had a wonderful birthday, but if you didn't, just know that today is Friday, which means, and I put a little gift, birthday weekend. So, I should have a birthday weekend. I used to joke in college all the time whenever a friend of mine had like a birthday, but it was like right by this is actually where the origin came from, because like, I was in college, right? And when you're in college, you're always like, everybody's working for the weekend. Exactly, right? So, this one friend of mine from college was like getting ready to have her birthday like that weekend. So like, birthday weekend, gonna get wasted. Don't you look at me like that. This is college, man. I was actually I was probably sugarcoating how crazy that weekend for my friend would be. I mean, she was my friend, but like, I didn't see her like that much, you know what I mean? But, yeah. I need to give myself a birthday weekend. Perhaps another time. Yeah, overall I had fun. It's great. Honestly, if the rest of March was anything like yesterday, I think we're gonna be in for a very good month. Which is made all better because I broke out my lucky tie. Okay, I like this video. If you did like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble in this video for everyone else watching the show today. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to him, we're here to lend you all the way back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.